And while you're at it, you then might want to have a closer look at these tags on the top of the screen, because, you know, we've got our items nicely filed and organized. You might actually want to come in and actually start writing a note about this particular item. So I'm going to click on notes, click on add, and I can actually start typing notes about the book that I've read or the article that I've read. Now, I've deliberately chosen a word that doesn't appear anywhere in my Zotero library, because what I want to demonstrate is that if I click back on my library and I now do a search for Gibbons at the top, it's actually going to refine the search by notes which feature that word. So it can be quite a nice way of actually refining all the different pieces of research that you've got in your My Library interface, so that you can see connections between different articles. Now, you've also got the option to go ahead and click on an item and add tags in. So that's similar, but the idea here is that it's individual words. So again, you can tag it with individual words, and then you can do searches for phrases and tags. And that's really helpful if you're in My Library. And I do a search. It's going to bring up that particular item because we've added a tag in the semiotics book with the name Roland Barthes. The other nice thing about the notes in particular is that if, for instance, you were in a particular collection and we actually selected all of these items together. So I'm on a PC at the moment. I'm holding down the control key and just clicking all the items to select them individually, because it doesn't seem to want to let me do a drag and select in this particular interface. I can right click on these items and I can actually generate a report from these items. So what that will do is it will give you a document which is all the reference information for these items. And as we continue down, what we should see is we've got the notes that we've entered. So you could go ahead and save this as a separate document. You've got all your notes in an individual document extracted from your Zotero library. And those of you that were paying attention might have seen that once you've selected all the items in a collection, if you right click, you have actually got the opportunity to create a bibliography from those items. So this is a very fast way of creating a bibliography. I've already installed the Imperial College London Harvard style, and I'm going to talk more about where you get that style later on. But I could, for instance, save this bibliography in alphabetical format as an RTF, so that'll give you like a Word document, or I could simply copy it to a clipboard and paste that into a Word document. Now that's a very, very fast way of generating a bibliography, but bear with me, because what we're going to do is we're going to look at a more streamlined way of creating your bibliography, where we actually create the bibliography as we go along in Word. But it's useful to know that that function is there.